Topic 5, Basic Security. Topic Review. This topic will cover, understand the networking threats. Smile describe the risks of network intrusion. Smile sources of network intrusion. Smile social engineering and phishing in networking. Explain the methods of attacks. Smile viruses, worms, Trojan horses etc., implement the security measures to protect the networks. Smile define computer security. Smile security policy. Risk of network intrusion. Intruders can gain access to a network through software vulnerabilities, hardware attacks, or even through less high-tech methods, such as guessing someone's username and password. Intruders who gain access by modifying software or exploiting software vulnerabilities are often called hackers. Once the hacker gains access to the network, 4 types of threat may arise: greater than information theft, greater than identity theft, greater than data loss, manipulation, greater than disruption of service, information theft. Breaking into a computer to obtain confidential information. Information can be used or sold for various purposes. Example: stealing an organization's proprietary information, such as research and development information. Identity theft. A form of information theft where personal information is stolen for the purpose of taking over someone's identity. Using this information, an individual can obtain legal documents, apply for credit, and make unauthorized online purchases. Identity theft is a growing problem, costing billions of dollars per year. Data loss, manipulation. Breaking into a computer to destroy or alter data records. Examples of data loss: sending a virus that reformats a computer's hard drive. Examples of data manipulation: breaking into a record system to change information, such as the price of an item. Disruption of service. Preventing legitimate users from accessing services to which they should be entitled. Sources of network intrusion. Security threats from network intruders can come from both internal and external sources. External threats. External threats arise from individuals working outside of an organization. They do not have authorized access to the computer systems or network. External attackers work their way into a network mainly from the internet, wireless links, or dial-up access servers. Internal threats. Internal threats occur when someone has authorized access to the network through a user account or have physical access to the network equipment. The internal attacker knows the internal politics and people. They often know what information is both valuable and vulnerable and how to get to it. Social engineering and phishing. One of the easiest ways for an intruder to gain access, whether internal or external, is by exploiting human behavior. One of the more common methods of exploiting human weaknesses is called social engineering. Social engineering. Social engineering is a term that refers to the ability of something or someone to influence the behavior of a group of people. In the context of computer and network security, social engineering refers to a collection of techniques used to deceive internal users into performing specific actions or revealing confidential information. With these techniques, the attacker takes advantage of unsuspecting legitimate users to gain access to internal resources and private information, such as bank account numbers or passwords. Phishing. Phishing is a form of social engineering where the phisher pretends to represent a legitimate outside organization. They typically contact the target individual, the phishee, via email. The phisher might ask for verification of information, such as passwords or usernames, in order to prevent some terrible consequence from occurring. Phishing, phone phishing. A new form of social engineering that uses voice over IP, VoIP, is known as phishing. With phishing, an unsuspecting user is sent a voicemail instructing them to call a number which appears to be a legitimate telephone banking service. The call is then intercepted by a thief. Bank account numbers or passwords entered over the phone for verification are then stolen. Methods of attack. In addition to social engineering, there are other types of attacks which exploit the vulnerabilities in computer software. Examples of these attack techniques include viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. All of these are types of malicious software introduced onto a host. They can damage a system, destroy data, as well as deny access to networks, systems, or services. They can also forward data and personal details from unsuspecting PC users to criminals. In many cases, they can replicate themselves and spread to other hosts connected to the network. Viruses. A virus is a program that runs and spreads by modifying other programs or files. A virus cannot start by itself, it needs to be activated. Once activated, a virus may do nothing more than replicate itself and spread. Though simple, even this type of virus is dangerous as it can quickly use all available memory and bring a system to a halt. A more serious virus may be programmed to delete or corrupt specific files before spreading. Viruses can be transmitted via email attachments, downloaded files, instant messages or via diskette, CD or USB devices. Worms. A worm is similar to a virus, but unlike a virus does not need to attach itself to an existing program. A worm uses a network to send copies of itself to any connected hosts. Worms can run independently and spread quickly. They do not necessarily require activation or human intervention. Self-spreading network worms can have a much greater impact than a single virus and can infect large parts of the internet quickly.